All right, go ahead.
Zach, Trey's practice schedule this week, what do you imagine?
We'll see.
Like?
Still early in the week, so we'll just get to Wednesday and see where we're at.
Was he able to walk through today or still?
He's been good. He'll be day to day until we get to Wednesday.
Any other guys you expect to be limited early in the week?
We'll see where Dylan's at as he comes off the injury. I think he's feeling a lot better. We'll go from there.
What about Cam Sample?
I think all those guys, it's hard on Monday to predict where everybody's going to be out on Wednesday.
Did you get any update on Gesicki, kind of long-term, what it looks like for him?
Enough to go on IR, and then we'll see from there. So that really gives him 5 weeks at least. Timetable after that to be determined, but that's where it ended up, even with the bye week. Cool.
I'll keep going.
Go ahead, Charlie.
You have lots of great skill players, so you don't need to do this. How many catches could Jamar Chase get in a game?
We target him a lot. That was a lot of targets. That right there is a lot of run game targets as well. So, you could really push the envelope. We've tried that before to push the envelope, and that's usually where it backfires on you, where you end up with like 7 catches because you're forcing things too much. That was a very unforced game for us. It was just how it played out, and so that's a high number. That's a lot of targets. That's obviously the franchise record for catches. Sure, I'd love to have a game where he had 20 catches, but I think the 2 games that unfolded, Arizona and then this one, it was a pretty natural way to go about it, where nothing was being forced. We just took what was there, and that's where he ended up with a lot of catches.
Why was Chase Brown in the run game able to be so much more successful against Pittsburgh?
We found a rhythm. We played with the lead for the first time in forever. Halftime. I don't know when the last time we had a halftime lead was. Cleveland. So that has everything to do with it. So it wasn't just some. Yeah, it was a great game. But in terms of breakout, it was none of that. It was just we finally were playing with a lead, and you have a chance to be patient with the entirety of your offense, and stuff like that can happen.
So you didn't really notice anything different, like play-wise with Chase?
No, you got a chance to get some first downs. You get a chance to call everything that's on your call sheet and find a rhythm and gain some confidence as a group on offense, and then you get to keep them off guard as best you can with a bunch of different looks.
What did the last couple days does coaching staff look like for you with having the weekend off?
It was good just to review some stuff and get ourselves ready for today. Bonus walkthrough and get ahead on the Jet stuff.
When you went and reviewed, what kind of jumped out, maybe as opposed to?
Yeah, just stuff we'll keep to ourselves.
What stood out? I assume you watched some football yesterday. And
Yeah.
Paid attention to what was going on. What stood out to you about how maybe wide open the AFC is?
I think that's true. You get just chance to watch a full scope of a game, TV copy, all the adversity that teams face. It's fun to watch. What do I truly take away? I would say, there's an element to where, aside from watching maybe the Jets-Panthers game, you just check out a little bit and just watch football without overanalyzing. So it was, you didn't ask me about the game I attended yesterday and the driving rainstorm, keeping the chains with James Casey. We didn't win, but thanks for asking. But that ate up, a good 2 hours of my day yesterday.
Is James' son a tight end?
James' son can do everything. He's a middle linebacker. He can play running back. He can play receiver. He is not a tight end body. He's more of a running back, receiver, linebacker body.
Did they not have any other dads to work the chain?
I volunteered. That was the game I got to attend, so might as well volunteer for something.
You guys think you did a good job as a chain gang?
No. No. Too often the game had shifted 30 yards away from us, and I'm just sitting there watching, thinking about the play, and then the chain gang had to sprint to catch up because they weren't going to wait around for us in that rainstorm. So no, I would grade myself a D- in terms of chain gang.
Should we ask how you're doing injury-wise going into the week? Are you good?
No, I feel good. Yeah, I feel good. I was well dressed. I was ready for the cold. I don't lose to the cold, and so I was ready to go. But no, I wouldn't say I was great.
How big would it be to get back to 500? Given kind of the stretch y'all had in the middle of the year to be 500, 8 games in, how much has that been a talking point on?
No, that's not the focus. Is the record. The focus is just winning this week and doing everything we can to get ourselves ready for the Jets and again, we just watch the tape. I don't look at the record. I just watch the tape, and it's a good football team. They're tough. They're hard-nosed. Defensively, it feels like playing Detroit over the years. We played them twice now, and it's a physical team. You got to earn everything. Obviously, that's where Aaron Glenn came from, and so a ton of respect for him and the staff that he does. I think Tanner Hendrickson's a good coordinator. He's coordinated before in college, and obviously was a part of that Detroit staff. And so now they're finding their foot in there in New York. And again, I think it's a really good coaching staff. They got talent, and we got to work cut out for us.
Can Joe Flacco have a normal week this week, or is he still making up for lost time?
Yeah, I think it's probably a little more normal. Today is a good day, just to catch up on some odds and ends and things that could come up. That's where I think the walkthrough, whether the players realize it or not, it was a good focus on some things that we want to revisit for this week and going forward, and a couple things just to kind of catch him up to speed on some of the basic things that we didn't get a chance to really hone in on, just so he can hear it once and call it once and feel like that you've checked that box and are accountable for it moving forward.
What was the walkthrough? Was that going through some of the stuff from last week, or was it focused on this week?
More so just moving forward. Yeah, things that we think we'll need this week and move forward. So you don't get a lot of opportunities to get really a bonus day to where you can, all right, what are some things we need to focus on as an offense and defense? And you get it after Thursday games, you get it during the bye week. And that's about the extent of it.
What's been your impression of Trey Taylor over the years?
Professional. Really does a great job. He can be a great playmaker with his feet. I've seen him kill people with his feet before. He does a great job picking up first downs. He can be an aggressive thrower. He can make all the throws. I'm flashing back to all the times I've seen him play over the years. A lot of respect for him. Obviously been doing it a long time, seen a lot of football. People that have been around him always really enjoy being around him. And so, again, if he's the one that plays, then it's a tough test. Obviously, Justin Fields is a really talented player as well. He presents a lot of challenges as well. So, either way, we got to be ready for both those guys.
How do you manage that when it's kind of an unknown?
You look at their offense and see how their offense functions and see if things change with one or the other. If not, then you just get ready for their offense.
What have you thought about all the Flacco love and praise from around the city since Thursday night?
Truthfully, I'm a little isolated from it. I'm still in isolation phase. But it's, he came in here and did some great things for our team. I was happy with how our team responded as well. I think everybody played well enough for us to get a big win. And so now the key is just, that's not a one-time thing. That's not a divisional Thursday game. Okay, that's behind us now. Now we've made it. We're far from made it. And so I think just having that same mentality and energy over the course of this week and showing up at home, 1 o'clock game, bringing the same energy when it's not a prime time situation. I expect our players to do that. I trust they'll do it, but again, it remains to be seen over the course of the week if we do that or not.
You're going through a losing streak. Obviously, guys are focused and intense. They want to get it over with. Now that you've broken that, playing a winless team, is it a little bit of a sell job this week you said on film you see it, but for the players,
Yeah.
You have to convince them.
I don't think it needs to be that. That's not what I've experienced so far. Obviously, we'll get into the meat of the week as we go, but it would be a shame if anybody thought that, because that would mean that they have not watched the tape and that they're just but again, I don't think that we have those types of guys in the locker room, and that's on all of us, players and coaches, to make sure that there's none of that mentality, because this is a really difficult team. Again, like I said, they're well coached. They have a lot of talent, and we got to be ready for them.
Do you go back and draw on the wall from 2019 where y'all were in the first spot?
No, I wouldn't say we draw from that at this point. We're focused on us, and we have to do the things that we do well, regardless of who our opponent is. And so I think our guys will do that.